So first and foremost, your career has followed quite an explosive journey. What was it like working as a women's wear designer at Yeezy? Kanye West himself is the one who sort of recognized your like out of this world talents and provided you the support and funding to launch Maisie Wilen. What was that moment like as well?
So working as a designer at Easy was incredible. It's a very non-traditional environment. Kanye, of course, famously works on a huge variety of projects. So, I feel like a lot of designer jobs, you're working in a really narrow, like, oh, you're the women's dress designer. That is what you do. That is what you see. But at Easy, you have the incredible ability to have, viewership into just like such a wide variety of projects. You can get, there's opportunities to get involved around all around the studio. So that was wonderful for me, and just so unique. And yeah, I mean, of course, it was an insane honor to have him approach me and offer to back me.
Right.
Um, yeah, I mean, sorry, what was the second part of the question?
Yeah, like was it a big sort of like pinch me moment, I would imagine, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's cool. Are there any like specific takeaways you have from working with him?
I think my main takeaway would be just thinking of all of your projects in a really big picture. Like imagine this is the entire universe. What does the universe look like? And also just thinking ambitiously, in terms of what could be possible, what can be done.
Right, right. Oh man, I love it. Great. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that I read that the name of the brand comes from obviously your first name paired with your mother's last name. And with that being said, does she have any influence on your creative process?
I mean, she was supportive of me with pursuing design.
Right, right. I love that. Cool. So next, your knitwear is, I feel like I can like sort of describe it as like vivaciously like sexy and almost like playful, which I love. If you could sort of give like an elevator pitch, how would you sort of like simply describe your brand?
I do say it's very playful. It's really rooted in pieces that feel super special but are highly wearable. I want this to be, the woman who buys this, I want this to be their favorite piece in their entire wardrobe. Like it feels so much more special and exciting than anything else. Yet at the same time, I try to root everything in really wearable silhouettes so they'll actually be able to wear everything often.
Right, right. And two, paired with that too, like I think the color palette is something that's really sort of prevalent with your line. Where did that come from? As I feel like it's sort of like super like what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like it's just super defining for your brand. So is there anything that sort of inspired that?
I mean, it's just so true. Everything I have is just tends to be very bright, very print driven. It's just so truly my personal aesthetic.
Right.
I'm just excited by that. Also, a huge part of my design process is that I design all the prints myself. So, I love working. I do everything almost entirely digitally. So I love working with
Right.
computer and learning new um, rendering skills and new ways, essentially new formats that I can show off with the prints.
Right. Oh man, I love that. It's cool too. Like obviously we're in this era where like digital is so major. It's so interesting to hear that like you can do all this designing right from your screen. It's so
Totally.
fascinating.
I know
Um,
I'm such a Photoshop designer. Like even when I'm like I of course do some hand sketches just because that's really fast, but as
right.
I'm really nailing down what exactly everything looks like, I'm usually photoshopping fake garments.
Oh, I love that. That's so fascinating. Cool. So next, some of the biggest names in the world have worn your pieces. Everybody from the Kardashians, Jenners, to some of my favorites like Olivia Rodrigo and Lord. Is there anybody who you would just absolutely die to see next in your clothes and potentially any dream names to walk the runway in your next show?
Okay, so a dream celebrity I would love to dress is Dennis Rodman. I have so many
Iconic.
like I
Iconic.
grew up in Chicago in the 90s, so I have so many just really young childhood memories of like Bulls Mania. And the only as like a 4-year-old girl, I did not care about basketball, but I cared about seeing Dennis Rodman's hair, right? Like he's just always been such an icon to me. I think that would be really exciting.
Yeah, I feel that would be insane. Is there anybody that like you would love to like walk a show?
Oh my God, I don't know. I hadn't thought of that, to be honest. I don't know.
It's interesting. Like, I feel like it's like one thing to have somebody like wear your clothes and do a photo shoot with them, but I feel like with runways, it's almost a sort of opportunity to like get more playful and like get somebody who you would never even like really expect. So I don't know, something cool for the future that I'm looking forward to with you.
Yeah, totally.
And then sort of like paired with that, which kind of goes back to like what you were saying about like designing digitally. One thing that I thought was so cool is I saw that like Lil Michaela has worn your clothes before. Like, how did that idea come about? And do you think it's like sort of important to like transcend the digital space this way with like digital influencers?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's sort of perfect for the brand because we are so hyper digital. You know, a lot of my inspiration, my thinking about the brand in a larger way comes from the reality of seeing it on social media and online in general.
Right.
So for her, she sort of transcends all of this and is also so self-referential. It seemed perfect.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like I graduated college about a year and a half ago, and we like did so many case studies on Lil Michaela. So it's crazy to see like just how much she's like blown up now.
Yeah, totally.
It's crazy. And obviously, as a little sort of finale, a major congrats to you for being nominated for the American Emerging Designer of the Year award. Obviously, this is incredibly major. What would this award mean to you, both winning and even just the fact that you were nominated?
I mean, even just being nominated is such a crazy honor. I've admired the CFDA and, you know, the group of people who are in the association for so long. It's truly a dream come true, not to mention, you know, the other emerging designers are so incredible. Even to be in a pool with them is an honor. So It's really exciting.
Oh my God, I can't wait. And it's coming up so fast. It's going to be insane.
Tomorrow.
I know, right? I feel like I wouldn't be able to sleep at all tonight. Just like drink 20 coffees. Cool. And then just lastly, as the last question, where do you see the brand in 5 years? And is there anything like you hope to change about the fashion industry?
So I hope to expand by expanding my offering. Right now we're doing women's clothes, but I would love to explore, you know, kids or bags or shoes, you know, a whole variety. You know, I think it would be really cool to do some homewares like printed sheets or something, you know, really expand the Maisie Wilen universe. And then, yeah, no, that's what I hope for the brand.
Cool. That's super exciting. I feel like the aesthetic alone of like the clothes, I could absolutely see like taking over my bedroom and like sheets and stuff. And even just like, I don't know, like prints, I feel like would absolutely pop off. Could be so cool.
Right. I definitely want to do that. I always struggle to find good home goods that like newer stuff. Like you can find like cool vintage furniture, but when it comes to like sheets, there's nothing that excites me that much. So I would love to get into that space.
Right. Yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, otherwise, I think that's it with questions on my end. Did you have any specific questions for us on the ODDA team?
No, I think you covered it. I'm just so excited for tomorrow and yeah, just honored.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. I'm very much looking forward to see how it goes, and we'll be in touch with your team.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.